Hello there guys, Francis Gray here and welcome back to yet another Plants vs Zombie build. And in today's build we're going to be making the iconic zombie rooks. I'll see you after this. Okay guys, so in this video we're going to be making the zombie rooks and going through the roster of different zombies. What better character can we choose than the iconic red football player? Because obviously he's big, he's quite fast, he's bulky, a lot like a rook, so a perfect candidate. So yeah, should be a very unique build this one, so I hope you enjoy it. So yeah, sit back and enjoy and I will see you at the end. Okay guys, so welcome back to a brand new build. So to start things off, I did what I normally do. I went to one of my favourite websites, thingiverse.com, and I typed in PVZ or Plants vs Zombies, and then while scrolling through the roster I came across this, which was originally uploaded by a user called Ebros. I hope I pronounced that correctly, and yeah, as you can see there, it's the footballer from the iconic game, and I thought what better character for a rook. So yeah, after downloading this, let's go ahead and print him out.
6.5 hours later.
Okay, so here we are, both of them printed off. So yeah, they didn't print as quite as cleanly as I would have liked, like in these corners here. Yeah, I can see me having to do a lot of filling on those parts. But yeah, now that we have them back, let's go ahead and take these apart and start cleaning it all. Okay, so this part is problematic. So the shield part that protects his face comes out, but it's kind of matted all around here. So the only option I have is to cut it here and here and then just remove it, and we're gonna have to try and print another one of these off by itself later on, but that has made this a lot easier to now clean up. Okay, so these are the main parts, but as you can see there, they're still pretty rough and still need a lot of cleanup. So I'm going to take a scalpel around some of the edges, clean it up, and then we can crack on with the next step. So the next thing I'm going to do is go ahead and light a candle, and then we can go ahead and carefully run all these parts over the flames, and then that basically gets rid of all those horrible unwanted wispy bits that anybody who follows the channel knows I hate, and it also relaxes the layer lines of where it was created in the filament 3D printer, and it just goes a long way to making it look a little bit more smoother. So you don't want to go ahead and hang it over too long, because obviously this is heat applicated and you don't want any warpage. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with some high velocity super glue, and I'm going to stick these two parts together. Okay, I'll go ahead and I'll leave that to fully dry.
3 hours later.
So for the next part, I'm going to go in with a little bit of wood filler on the end of my fingers, and I'm just going to run it over the surface details, and then that'll just get into all the little nooks and crannies of the layer lines, and then we can leave that to dry. Okay, so now this has been cleaned up as much as it can. As you can see, we've still got some hideous seam lines. So the best way to go over those is I'm going to go in with just some standard milli put, and I'm going to try and make it as smooth as possible. Okay guys, so you get the general idea, so I'll go ahead and do some to the other pieces and then we'll see you in the next step.
24 hours later.
Okay, so it's been 24 hours and as you can see there, the milli put has fully hardened. So now we're going to crack on with everybody's favourite bit, sanding.
2,000 years later.
Okay, so now that that is a lot smoother, for the next stage, now we need to go ahead and start working on these arms and legs, because I'm a little bit concerned, yes that's right, I used the C word, concerned, that these legs and arms are a little bit too on the thin side, and that plus the legs is a lot of weight to be held on such a small little bit of filament. So in order to strengthen that, I'm going to have to go around it with a stronger modelling clay, and this time I'm going to go in with some Abe's epoxy.
Get the idea.
Okay, so now that these are now solid and I've gone over with a file and just took the surface layer off, and these are looking a lot more smoother, for the next stage we need to go ahead and start adding some pin channels to the main various parts. So I'm just going to go in with a very fine drill bit, and then I'm going to add some super glue and then put in some little armature wire, leave it to dry, and then we can go ahead and connect it to main body parts.
Right.
Okay, I'll just go ahead and leave those to dry.
Yeah, boy.
Okay, so now that those are dry, for the next stage, now we have to do these in two parts. So the first part is I'm going to attach the feet to the legs, and then obviously the arms to the upper body.
How dare you?
You got new legs. New legs.
Lovely, lovely, jubbly.
So, this is the part where I tell you about where we went ahead and made some bases in the past. Now, there's a link in the description bar below if you're interested in downloading these from thingiverse.com completely free of charge, so you can make your own unique chest sets. So, now that we have our bases back, for the next stage I'm going to go in with some natural grey from Model Colour, and we're going to go ahead and base coat it all with, well, natural grey.
No way.
Yes way.
Okay, so now that we have our main figure, for the next stage I'm going to smack some super glue onto the bottom of his feet and we're going to stick them in place. Okay guys, that's a good start. So I'll go ahead and leave that to fully dry and then we can crack on with the next step.
The next step.
Okay, so now that we have our main figure, we need to go ahead and give him a coat of UV resin. And what this will do, it'll just basically go over all the layer lines or any imperfections and it'll make it one strong solid piece. Okay, let's go ahead and cook him in the sun.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
And for the next part we're going to go into the spray booth with a nice white prime and we're going to go ahead and coat all areas at least twice. So while that's drying, let's go ahead and look at the actual image of the footballer zombie. And as you can see here, there's a bunch of kind of patterns on him. So we've got like a crossbones on the top of his helmet. We've got a skull on his left hand side of the helmet, and I also believe it's on the right side as well. And then we have a big larger skull on his chest, and then on the back of the zombie in the some of the later games we have like all-star and then some numbers. So we need to go ahead and recreate all them. So I opened up my software called Clip Studio Art, and I ended up making these files in that software, and it took a while, but now that we've made them, let's go ahead and print them out. Okay, so here is the parts that we need from the printout sticker transfer. So we've obviously got the numbers on the backs, and then we've got various skulls and crossbones which the character seems to have. So yeah, so let's go ahead and start cutting some of these out and applying them. Okay guys, not a bad start. So I'll go ahead and leave this to dry, and then I'll go on and do the and I'll do this guy next, and then we can just add them as we go. Okay, so both of them turned out rather nice, so let's go ahead and leave them a couple of hours to fully dry, and then we can crack on with the rest of them.
Yeah.
Okay, so for the next one, there's a little crossbones here right bang on top of his helmet, and I think these two little ones on the end here will work beautifully. Okay, so far so well, these have all gone on beautifully, but now we're going to have to get on with the main bigger skull on his chest. Okay guys, I think all of these turned out really nice. So every single one of them applied on the first try, so that's very rare if you don't have any history with sticker transfers. So yeah, I'm happy with that.
Perfect.
So let's go ahead and leave these to fully dry for a couple of hours, and then we can get to the more interesting part of slapping paint on.
3 hours later.
Okay, so now that the transfers have had time to fully dry, for the next stage I'm going to go in with a Scarlet Red from Model Air. Okay guys, not a bad start, so I'll go ahead and leave that fully dry. Okay guys, we're at the halfway point roughly, and I just wanted to say, if you're enjoying this video, please slap that like button, and if you want to be a really awesome viewer, why not hit the subscribe button, because you really don't want to miss out on future builds that we've got in the pipeline, and we have got some cool stuff coming up. So, back to the video. And now for the next part, I'm going to go in with some natural grey from Model Colour, and I'm going to start painting all of the grey bits. for the next part I'm going to go in and redo the whites with some dead white.
Ironic.
And now I'm going to go in with a little bit of silver from Model Air. And for the next bit I'm going to go in with a light grey from Model Colour, and I'm going to paint the inside of the rook glyph. And while that grey is still out, I'm going to go in with a stipple brush and I'm going to add a little bit of dry brush to his skin. And now I'm just going to go in with a black felt pen. I'm just going to do a simple once over the logo.
Alright.
And now I'm going to go in with a little bit of acrylic black. And now I'm going to go in with some bone white from Game Colour, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to paint his eyes. And then I went in with a few variations of pinks and reds to paint the inside of his mouth. And now I'm going to go in with some off-white from Game Colour, and I'm going to go ahead and paint his teeth. And while we're here, we might as well go ahead and add a bit of a dry brush to his eyeballs, just so there's a bit more of a vibrancy there.
Last time I trusted someone, I lost an eye.
And for the next part, I'm going to go in with a black fine liner paint pen, and we're going to go ahead and add various details. Okay, so I went ahead and I printed off some more of those face plates because at the beginning of the video we had to destroy them, and same again, they're a bit on the wispy side, so I don't think there's going to be any way of getting around that. So I'm just going to try my best to clean one of these up. Yeah, I can't see this working very well. I might have to make it out of proper wire. Okay, so this is the only way I can think of doing this. Okay, so that is the best I'm going to get that, I'm afraid. Still looks good, don't get me wrong, but just holding place with super glue isn't the best idea for long term. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with some UV resin and I'm going to basically just coat it all, and then we'll go ahead and leave it to cook, and then at the very least that should make it a little bit more durable and stronger. Okay, that ought to do, guys. I'll go ahead and I'll leave that to fully cook. And now I'm going to go in with some silver from Model Air. I'm glad I went with the wire armature route because that looks a lot better.
A better one.
And now I'm going to go in with a light grey from Model Colour, and we're going to add some edge highlighting. So once that dried, we were then back into the spray booth again, and I'm going to hit it with 2 coats of a nice gloss varnish, not only to seal the paintwork and protect it, but also to give this like a cartoonish effect.
Yeah, boy!
3 hours later.
Okay, so now that's been given a couple of coats of a nice gloss varnish, as you can see here, the main figure himself is done. So now we've got to adding the felt to the bottom of the base. Now when it came to the plants, we were doing it with this bright green felt, which worked lovely. But obviously these bases are grey for the zombies, so this stuff is going to work fantastic for these guys. So, same as all the others, just regular everyday PVA glue. Okay, let's leave them a good few hours to fully dry. Okay, so I left this overnight to fully dry and it seems to have done the trick. So now we're going to go in with some nice sharp scissors and we're going to trim it. Okay guys, so with that, I think he's done. No.
The zombies are coming.
Okay, so all left to do now is to add them to the chess set. Okay guys, so if you're still watching, thank you for making it all the way to the end, and I hope you enjoyed this build. So it's good to be starting to work on the zombies rather than just all the plants all the time. So now that all the white side is done, it's nice to start working on the black side or the zombie side. So yeah, so I hope you enjoyed it. Me myself, I did have fun with this, but when it came to the front face shields not printing very well and kept breaking, and yeah, at that point I was ready to throw these out the window. But I kept going, and thankfully that wire armature worked a lot better, so I'm really grateful for that. So yeah, so next video is the zombie knights. Ooh, so make sure not to miss out for that. So yeah, so if you enjoyed this video or this build overall, the chess set complete so far, please hit the like button. Share on Facebook and X, because it'll give people find the channel, which I always appreciate. Thank you for any help. If you have any comments, comment below and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. And if you haven't already, smash that subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on future builds. And we have got some really cool stuff in the pipeline, if you like. And if you want to be a really awesome viewer, please take 5 minutes, check out my Patreon page, where with your help we can do these videos full time rather than part time, which means a lot more content for you guys and a lot more work for me. So once again, I'm Francis Gray, thank you for watching, and this is the Black Rooks Plants vs Zombie chess set build. That was quite a mouthful. I'll see you in the next one. If you like the content that I'm making, you'd like to support my work, here is a few links in the description, but only if you can afford it, and thanks for watching. See you in the next one.